Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dixie coming to you with my daily dose, and I just wanted to bring you my best tip that I can give you in regards to mamas that are sending their kids off to school. I've got 3 kids that are in school, and back in the day, like, it used to not be scary. There used to not be anything to worry about. You used to not have to worry so much about kids being so rude. I remember growing up, there were rude kids, yes. But nowadays, I feel like it's so much worse. Now, you guys, I only got about 5 minutes. I'm parked in the car rider pickup line. So I'm going to make this really quick, and I'm just going to give you my best advice that I can for mamas that are sending their kids off to school. So if you guys have kids that are going to school, comment below that you have kids. If you're on my live or my replay, let me know. But I think the best advice that we can give is real simple, and I think it is simply teaching our kids to be loving and to be kind and to be the one that steps up and helps other kids. When my kids went off to school, Easton's in the back chewing on a waffle cone. So if you hear that crunching, it's the little man. But my biggest piece of advice, you guys, is teach your kids to be loving and kind. So I wrote a note to my kids, put it in their lunchbox before they went to school. And the biggest thing that I told them, I says, the number one thing that you can do to be a human, to be loving, to be kind, to be generous, is to be the person that, one, never lets a kid sit by himself at lunch. If you see somebody by himself alone, nobody talking to them, nobody sitting with them at lunch, I said, you be the one to not let your pride get in the way, and you walk over to that child and you sit with him at lunch and you become friends with him. I was like, don't wait for your friends to do it. Don't wait, don't be embarrassed what other people are going to think that you're sitting with the loner kid. I said, you be the one, because if it was you sitting at a table by yourself, you would hope that somebody would come talk to you. You would hope that somebody would come friend you and to be loving and be kind. And in all honesty, our kids just need to be human and loving. And then I said, 2, never let a child play alone at recess. If you're out playing with your friends and you're having fun and you're running on the monkey bars and you're swinging and you're doing all that, if you see a child that is left out, that is not being included in the group, that is sitting by themselves, that does not have any friends, you be the one to drop your pride right away, and you go over there knowing that what you're doing is you're being a kind, loving human, and you go play with them. So for all my mamas and my dads, and even grandparents that are raising their grandbabies, anybody that has kids that are going to school, that is my biggest piece of advice, is teach your kids to be human. I think kids these days, I've seen so many just rotten, horrible kids that treat others horribly, that talk about, that make fun of them in front of others because they couldn't have new clothes for the school year, or because they're using last year's shoes, or whatever the case is. Teach your kids to be human and loving. And if you get this, if you agree with this, I just want you to drop a heart below. And that's my biggest piece of advice, you guys, is I told my kids to be loving, be kind, never let a kid sit by themselves at lunch, and never let a kid sit out and play by themselves at recess. So that's my biggest tip, and that's what I'm going to keep instilling in my kids, is to be loving and be kind and be that number one human, that number one person that's going to reach out to others when they need it. So for all my mamas out there, I know this is a hard time of year. It's been bittersweet for me sending my kids off to school, but all we can do is just teach them to be loving, be kind, and always help one another. So you guys, this is Dixie. I'm checking out as your mama mentor. Take care.